When people are trying to get to the bottom of something, a complicated subject, and they're having an argument about it, often the purely emotional side automatically wins out. People tend to side with their emotions over what may be the more legitimate and the more correct, purely logical, purely practical attitude, that side of the argument. And although this can be very difficult when it comes to solving the complex problems in life, overall this is a good thing when it comes to considering human nature. Because think about it, what does it really mean when people's emotional side, their compassionate side, their decent side wins out automatically? When people side with their emotional desires to care for those who need help, to provide for those who are without, to protect those who are helpless and need protection. Those are all very good things. In and of itself, that emotional reaction, that strong inclination towards emotional decency that human beings universally express, well, that is to say that in groups they universally express it, not necessarily each individual person, but overall, most people in a group will express that kind of attitude. That is a good thing, because it reflects a deep fundamental desire and moral quality in human beings. If human beings weren't basically decent, then why would most of them favor that well-meaning, emotional, compassionate response? It's because they are essentially, for the most part, deep down, well-meaning and compassionate people. Most people are, in most circumstances. The danger is when people exploit that well-meaning, compassionate inclination and the good parts of humanity, the best parts of humanity, when crafty, cunning, unscrupulous people aim to exploit those desires and that well-meaning, well-intentioned compassion. When people exploit it, they can turn it towards perverse and unintended ends. They can turn it towards their own purely selfish and ultimately meaningless ends. That is the great danger. Compassion is perhaps the most essential thing to a human being, but we must be logical and we must be willing to see the true practical side of it as well.